What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO and how there were two massive bombshells dropped on us today. Both of these pieces of news are super bullish for NIO in the long term, and one of these particular pieces of news is something that I have been speculating on over the past couple of weeks for NIO. It has to do with the projections of how many battery swapping stations are going to be able to be put out into the market in 2021, and we got confirmation from the CEO of NIO that these battery swapping stations are going to be put out in a larger number than what is currently expected. We also have a new vehicle that is going to be released in the near future as well. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. This is a great way for you guys to help out and support the channel as well, because when you guys deposit and sign up for an account and receive your 2 free stocks, I get a free stock as well. And if you guys enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So over the past couple of weeks, we have not seen a lot of bullish activity out of NIO. We saw a pretty significant sell-off, a little bit of a bounce up, but it's really been consolidating in this upper $30 range. Now, a lot of you guys I know are discouraged about the share price of NIO, and as I said in my Palantir video this morning, this past year has really created the sense in new investors' minds that you can just put some money into a company and it's going to go up 20% over the next couple of weeks. The overall market conditions are changing, and you have to think about what is actually going on fundamentally with NIO. Has there been any bad news that's come out about this company? I would say no. We're getting good news left and right, partnerships, battery swap deals. It's all good signs for NIO over the long term. Now, in my opinion, NIO is going to be a really key player in the long term in the electric vehicle market, and nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only, but if you have an investment horizon of NIO of over 5 to 10 years, I think that you're going to be just fine, and these short-term fluctuations and volatility of the share price aren't going to matter over the long term. So let's get into the first massive piece of news that we have for NIO today. So when we come over here, we can see that NIO's William Li hints at second electric vehicle sedan model rivaling Tesla's Model 3. So now we already have the ET7, which is going to be a sedan model that is going to compete against the Tesla Model 3, and NIO is saying they're going to come out with an even newer one. So this is really good news for the long-term trajectory of NIO. So we also saw that NIO produced its 100,000th vehicle, and it was completed at its Hefei manufacturing base on April 7th. So that was yesterday. The second sedan model in the works. NIO unveiled its first ever ET7 sedan at the annual NIO Day in January, with its scheduled commercial launch in the first quarter of 2022. The company is following up with a second sedan model, the CNEV Post reported, citing Li from the press conference. This is a really big deal, and according to Li, the proposed model will likely be more competitive than Tesla's Model 3. Last week, Tesla said about 99% of 184,800 vehicles it delivered in the first quarter were either Model 3 or Model Y. So there is a really big market for these types of vehicles. Now, you do have to think about the Chinese market as well. At the current time, that is mainly where NIO is operating. They're planning on expanding into the European market, and we have seen signs of them trying to get into the United States market as well. Tesla has also said that about 50%, it's about 49 to 50% of all of their electric vehicle sales will come from China in the coming years. NIO is coming out right here and saying that their new sedan model that's going to come out after the ET7 is going to be even more competitive in these markets, which could give NIO a larger market share, not only in the Chinese market, but in the other markets that it's expanding into. So let's get into this battery swap service situation and how it is going to be so bullish for NIO over the long term. So they are revolutionizing the way that their consumers are getting electricity into their vehicles. So essentially what happens is that when your NIO vehicle needs more power, you pull it into one of these garage bays, it's all hands-free, and the battery is replaced in a matter of minutes. Now, this model actually gets more NIO customers into NIO'S pipeline. The reason for this is that when you are going to purchase a NIO vehicle and you subscribe to the battery as a service platform, you get a significant discount on the original purchase price of the vehicle, and then you pay a subscription service monthly to NIO in order to use all of these battery swapping stations. So when we come over here, we can see that Chinese electric vehicle company NIO has repeatedly mentioned that it will reach 500 of its iconic battery swap stations this year, but the company seems to be aiming higher. Now, I've been pushing this point a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I don't think it can be talked about enough. In this market, when companies give guidance, this is the expectations of how they will perform over the next couple of quarters. If you can beat those expectations that you set out for yourself, the market usually reacts to this very positively. NIO has entered into one confirmed battery swap deal and one pretty much all but confirmed battery swapping station deal that we're going to talk about right now. So the first one is going to be NIO Power Beijing, a subsidiary of NIO, signed a 5-year agreement with state-owned Beijing's Shufa Industrial and Trading Co. to put battery swap stations along the Beijing Capital Ring Expressway. So this is great for NIO consumers. They're going to have direct access to all of these battery swap stations because they're on and they're really close to a major a line of transportation that a lot of people are going to be using on a day-to-day basis. Now, this is a 5-year agreement, and when you read through all of the news articles about this particular partnership, it's really hard to tell how many battery swap stations NIO is going to be able to put out. But when we come over here, we can see that even though the potential partnership between Chinese electric vehicle maker NIO and fossil fuel energy giant China Petrochemical Corp, this is known as Sinopec, has yet to be announced, leading Chinese securities media are already envisioning the prospect of NIO vehicles being able to change batteries at gas stations. There's been rumors, and they've all but been confirmed, that NIO's first battery swap station is expected to go live, as we can see right here, at a Sinopec gas station in Beijing. So it seems like NIO is targeting Beijing right now. That Beijing has an absorbent amount of people. They're going to have access to a lot of different NIO consumers that are going to be able to use these battery swapping stations. Now, the main reason why I thought for the longest time that NIO was going to be able to massively exceed this 500 battery swap station goal is because Sinopec has 30,000 gas stations across China. If NIO is able to get their battery swap stations at 5 to 10% of the Sinopec gas stations, that is 1,500 to 3,000 battery swap stations across China. This is a big deal. Now, I don't have a time frame for this. These are just pretty conservative numbers. 5 to 10% of all of these gas stations would be a very big deal for NIO, and it's also going to help Sinopec over the long term, and here's why. So all of the different governments around the world, the organizations are pushing for more clean energy. Now, Sinopec, an oil and gas provider, knows that in order to stay competitive in this marketplace, they need to find a way to get into the electric vehicle market or some sort of renewable energy market, because they will become obsolete. And once more people buy electric vehicles, the market for these electric vehicles is supposed to grow massively by 2025. That's why we saw ARK Invest give such aggressive price targets for Tesla. They're comparing Tesla right now, and they're expecting it to produce almost as many cars a year as Toyota. So this market is going to massively increase, and organizations and companies like Sinopec may be left behind. So this is really going to help Sinopec maintain relevancy in the market and help NIO get their battery swap stations out in a larger fashion into the Chinese market. Now, if this Sinopec gas station partnership gets confirmed, once NIO expands into the European market, we could see NIO partner up with even larger gas stations and oil providers to put their battery swap stations in the European market. Now, the reason why they want to put these at gas stations is it's kind of a zoning issue. These battery swap stations are kind of big and bulky, and they're hard to just put up in random places. But gas stations already have the actual the space for them, so it's easier for NIO to partner up with these gas stations and put these battery swap stations there versus trying to find another spot for them. So coming back over to the chart of NIO, we can see that at the current time I am recording this video, it is 2:07 p.m. Eastern time on April 8th. The stock is up about 4.15% on the day. Now, I do think that it is possible that we see a little bit of a run-up in NIO's share price into this April 15th date, which we are expecting NIO to put their first battery swap station at a Sinopec gas station. If that happens, a deal is almost imminent, and that is going to be a big catalyst for NIO. So that is going to conclude this update date on NIO. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps me out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys were able to have a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.